Hi, this is Kathleen Bonzik, and welcome to my channel. So you've conducted a dynamite interview. You answered all questions confidently and thoroughly, and now it's time to end. The last thing you want to do is end on a weak note. You want to end strong, and the following tips will allow you to do just that. At the point in time when the interviewer has finished asking his or her questions and then turns to you and asks you if you have any questions, you should never end the interview without at least asking a couple of questions about the position itself and the organization as well, for two reasons. Number one, this provides you with the valuable insight into your future potential employer and your future job. And second, it conveys to the recruiter that you are interested in the position. If you can't think of anything at this point, ask him or her if it would be okay to send an email with a couple of questions after you've had an opportunity to digest the interview. And this should be done no more than a day later. Also, ask the recruiter where things stand in the process. Have you ever sat by the phone and wondered why it's not ringing in after an interview? It could possibly be because you were the first candidate that was interviewed for that job. So the recruiter may say something like, well, we're going to be conducting first interviews over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll be inviting candidates back for a second interview. You then have some valuable information that may alleviate any post-interview stress that you would have otherwise felt if you didn't have that information. Be sure also at the end of the interview to shake the recruiter's hand, thank him or her for her time, for his or her time, and convey how interested you are in the position. The recruiter is your advocate. This is going to be the person that may be recommending you for the job or for the next interview. So you want to alleviate any minutia, any concerns that he or she may have that you're, number one, not interested in the job, or number two, that you are not the best candidate for the position. After you go home that day, send a follow-up letter to the recruiter, again, expressing how interested you are in the position, but now use a couple of sentences and say to him or her, this is why I feel I'm a good match for the position based on what you learned during the interview. Then express how you would welcome the opportunity to join the team or be called back for a second interview based on what you learned at the end of the interview. Once you've done this, you've done everything that you can. So at this point, it's time to put this position aside and continue with your job search strategies. Never put all of your eggs in one basket, not in this competitive recruiting and employment market that we're in right now. The last thing you want to have happen is that 4 weeks down the line, you're thinking you're going to be called back for a second interview, and you may not, and it may have nothing to do with your skills, your knowledge, and your experience. It just may be because the employer was looking for someone else that has another set of skills perhaps that you don't have. If you've been waiting for this one job, you have now lost 4 weeks of valuable time seeking the position out there that is right for you. This is Kathleen Bonzik. Thank you for watching and for listening.